Hello and welcome to Wellness Lifestyle. So today's webinar is about easy portion management. And my name is Gaia Azarian. I'm your holistic health and wellness coach. So welcome, guys. Thank you for joining. And this is going to be a 45-minute journey together with me. So stay until the end. Watch the whole webinar. There are lots of interesting tips and tricks that I'm going to share today. And as the title says, easy portion management. Today, I'm talking about how to manage your portions and really making it part of your life and making it easy habits. Actually, that's why I named it easy portion management. It can be quite daunting and overwhelming, and there is so much stuff going on with the diets and everything. So let's just make it an easy part of our lives and make it a lifestyle, because our small habits make up our lives. And if every day we acquire a new small wellness habit, at some point our lifestyle will be full of wellness, vitality, energy, and health and well-being. Good. So let's crack on. So welcome to this presentation. My name is Gaia, and my mission in this life and with this series of webinars is to challenge the traditional thinking about wellness and bring new perspectives to people, and also to help others to discover wellness habits that are right for them, and to live a healthy, wealthy, and happy lives without compromises. So, there is a lot of misconception out there about wellness, health, and well-being, and what does it mean, and how you should live and you should not live, and all this stuff. So I really truly challenge this kind of thinking and misconceptions. And today, actually, we're going to talk about the misconceptions and misunderstandings around portion management. My other mission is to, as it says, discover wellness habits that are right for you. So I've been doing this for a while, for about 7 years now, more than 7 years actually. And throughout this time, it was all about mixing and matching. And I think I found the right balance for myself and my family. And that actually gives you that freedom and the opportunity to live a healthy and wealthy and happy life without actually compromising any of your priorities. So I truly believe that it is possible to have a healthy lifestyle, quality family time, and successful business or career, and all at the same time. So today, I will be talking about easy portion management, and we will start off with why is it a problem, why it has become a problem, and what are the things that actually making it a problem. Then we'll talk about the benefits, why is it beneficial to have portion management habits. Then we'll talk about the body types and portion management principles. These are the ones that lie at the basis of all diets, all nutrition tricks and tips, anything that you see out there in the market. Everything is based on these principles, and they're so simple. The only problem is people who are selling these diets, they don't really just kind of sell you the principles, because otherwise, if you know the principles, you can come up with your own diet. So what's the point of doing that? So that's the biggest revelation I had in my life. So hence why I decided to do this webinar. Then we'll talk 3 easy strategies. As I said, I've been mixing and matching a lot of stuff, and I've been doing, I was trying a lot of diets and different ways of eating and managing food. And we'll talk about that. And at the end, we'll finish off on how to make it a habit. As I said, small habits that make up our life, and they become our lifestyle. So every day, if we challenge ourselves and if we acquire a small wellness habit, after a while, in a few short weeks, we will have a new lifestyle, and it will be a wellness lifestyle. And why am I talking about this? As I mentioned already, I've been on this journey for quite a while now. It's been about 7 years. My journey started in 2013, actually, when I looked at myself in a mirror and I was like, oh my God, this is not me. I stopped exercising when I was pregnant, And for about 3 years, I didn't do any exercise. I didn't follow my diet. I didn't keep a healthy lifestyle. It was kind of, I was feeling so overwhelmed with being a mom. So I kind of let everything go and I didn't take care of myself. And after 3 years of doing that, I felt that I became a very depressed, unhappy person, grumpy, and screaming and shouting at everyone around me. and nothing was fulfilling. My career wasn't fulfilling. What I was doing wasn't fulfilling. I wasn't happy in my relationship. So basically, yeah, I kind of took a good look at myself in the mirror and I said, this is not me. I need to get back to my wellness lifestyle and do what I really love doing. And I was doing before I became a mom. So being a mom is not an excuse to live an unhealthy lifestyle. So starting from there, I started different diets I've tried everything, I would say, between calorie counting and intermittent fasting. So there was a lot of stuff I tried. I'll tell you a lot when we go through all of these slides and the webinar. So it's been a 7-year journey so far, and I keep going. And during this time, I became a holistic health and wellness coach. I think I'm quite passionate about that, and I was kind of going to end up being a health and wellness coach. I'm also an advanced group exercise instructor. I realized that movement and exercising is one of my passions. So I made that part of my life. So I don't have any excuses not to turn up in a gym. Martial arts is another passion of mine, so I joined a kickboxing club as an amateur, as just a member, and in 9 months' time I became a kickboxing instructor, which was, it makes me really proud. And in 9 months' time I achieved my, in 9 months' time I became an instructor, and in 18 months' time after starting kickboxing I achieved my black belt, which is a great achievement for me. And my recent achievement is yoga instructor, becoming a yoga instructor. It kind of balances the commitment, the passion that I have in martial arts and the sports and the gym, lifting the weights and doing the stuff. And now it is kind of time to also recenter and balance and do a lot more meditation and looking after my body in not just the physical aspect, but also bringing the spiritual and mental aspects into it. And actually last year, it was exactly 1 year ago, you can see the photos on the slide. This is July 27th, 2019, last year, when I had my first bodybuilding competition. Well, I didn't get a trophy, but that wasn't the point. I really enjoyed the experience and I made some time to do it again. So I've tried a lot of diets, as you can see, and I've also tried athletic diets and the training and everything. So I hope this gives, kind of an overview of my experiences and who I am and what I've been doing. What I'm sharing today is not just kind of, I read it here and there. These are the things that I tried, and you'll see from the photos that I'm presenting here that those are all my photos. I took those shots. Okay, so just bear with me, it will all make sense. Yeah, so it's not like I'm telling you something that I just read in a book or an article that I read somewhere on a website. These are things that I tried, and these are things that are part of my life, and I know they're working. Okay, good. So let's talk about why is portion management a problem. So if you're an athlete, if you've been training, and if you've done some, diets, you will know that, portions are key. So with every diet, you need to kind of measure, weigh and do all the stuff. So why is it a problem? Because there are lots of misconceptions around it. And unfortunately, our industries, food industry, our retail industry, and nothing is designed around our well-being and our health and giving us the optimal. Unfortunately, all of the businesses, maybe just there are a few new organizations who have that wellness and well-being in their mind, but majority of the businesses who do food out there, whether it is a restaurant, a supermarket or anything, they have one goal: make profit. So the profit is based around how much money they can make on every sale. And so, things are not designed for our optimal health. So that's why it becomes a problem. And I will present you a couple of, statistics. Some statistics that are very, reliable, credible, sources, universities, such Cambridge University, Oxford University, MRC Human Nutrition Research Center, the University of Plymouth and the University of Bristol. They all conducted numerous studies, and they're like, within the link in here, if you click on this green link that says research report, you will end up on a website where there is like lots of research and data over there. There's 70 plus studies to find out what is leading to obesity. And unfortunately, even on the BBC, the BBC researchers also claim that reducing the portion size would help reverse the obesity epidemic. So there is a huge amount of data showing that there is a correlation between portion sizes and obesity and being overweight. Because there's also the social and peer pressure to eat whatever is served. So as a human being, you tend to eat whatever is served. So when it comes to consuming, we also, we don't consider, okay, so when you open a packet of crisps, you don't say, okay, the five crisps I had is what actually my body needs. No, you don't stop after 5. You carry on until you finish the pack. So that's why it is a problem as well. So we as humans, we're not trained consciously. We don't have that kind of a programming at the back of our mind that we just need to eat as much as our body needs. Because if we go back in history, like 10,000-15,000 years ago, probably, or even more, when they were like cavemen and women, they would eat whatever they got for the day because they weren't sure when is the next meal coming, right? So that's our human nature to eat whatever we're served, because it's kind of sitting in our DNA that we don't know when is the next meal. Even now it is like kind of certain, we have a lot of opportunities, but still it is sitting in our subconscious mind, and it's kind of leftover DNA part, in our mind. And then portion sizes, package sizes, and tableware. When you go to the restaurants, when you go to the shop to buy stuff, and when you see nice tableware and how they serve all of these food, it all leads to overeating. Because this actually leads to the misconceptions. There is the misconceptions that, the bigger the portion, the better value we get. Well, actually, no. From our body point of view, nutrition point of view, no, we're not getting better value if we get a bigger portion. It just means that the companies are making profit, optimum profit on those portions. That's why you can see these giant sized sandwiches and meals that are not, not for our, benefit. And I really like this, picture here. It says portion distortion. This is on the right hand side. You can see like how much is needed for the body, and this is how much is served. This is exactly half of the portion. So that greed and that desire to eat what is served, and that kind of pushes us to consume more than we actually need. Also, there is this kind of subconscious programming coming from media in our societies, and the lifestyle, the lifestyles that are presented on the media, movies and ads everywhere, when there is like big portions, how they serve it and how they do it. And also the healthy eating, misconceptions and ideas that are sold. So on the right hand side here, what you're seeing is an extract from Key Stage 3 biology handouts. I was teaching, during this lockdown, I was teaching my kids, biology, and I got this, it was Key Stage 3. I thought, like, this is perfect. I found from the school curriculum, so we're going to look at the biology and cell structure. And what I really liked about it, so I was looking through the content. I was like, yeah, there is a link between cells and organ systems and the functions. And when the lifestyle, I said, this is a great material. So I started reading through and looking through this. You won't believe it, but it is in here, following a healthy diet here, a balanced diet. It says that regular buying for food for a balanced diet is expensive and may cause stress. Like, this is classical BS. Because on this webinar, only, here within a 5 minutes time, I'm going to show you that actually it is way cheaper and way healthier. So these kind of things, I was shocked that at the schools they're making this kind of a statement, that eating a healthy and balanced diet is expensive and can be stressful. Is this what we're teaching the kids? So yeah, so then go and get, I don't know, a burger from McDonald's and lots of chips, and it is cheap, it's easy, it's filling, and yeah, it's fast, so you don't have to spend so much money, save yourself time and stress. Honestly, I just came across this, and I think you can hear from my voice, I'm quite passionate about this. This is not right, and this is something that I was hoping that from the school handout I will get some, like, good information that is disseminated through the through the schools and education system. Unfortunately, it's not. So this is why it is a problem, and this is why it's creating so much challenges for us to keep to the nutritions, and to keep to limit our portions and eat only as much as we need. So the challenges nowadays we're facing with portion management are the packaging. Yeah, so when you go to the shops, all the stuff is like packaged for, as I said, for optimum profit. So companies, restaurants, supermarkets, shops, they're not selling for the maximum benefit of the customer. It's, again, one of those things that, oh yeah, we're doing this for our customers, come to us and you get like 3 for the price of 2, or you get one, I don't know, half price, and all of this, all of that marketing tricks. And all businesses, unfortunately, as I say, if not all, then most businesses have one bottom line: make profit. Full stop. Also, reading the labels. If you haven't noticed, if you have ever checked the labels, you'll kind of see there is this kind of tendency. If it is good for the sales, or again, a marketing trick, if it is good to present the data for one portion, then on the label, it will say for one portion, how many calories, how much of this and that, and nutrition values. If they're better off marketing the full pack, then they will do it for the full pack, or for 100 grams or 50 grams. So really, there is no unified way of presenting the labels. So this creates a lot of confusion as well. So if you're not your eye is not trained and you're not reading the labels all the time, then you can't see these kind of these tricks. Because some foods, they say, oh, it is 100 grams, it looks small, and then at the back, if you look, it says nutrition values blah blah blah, and then it says portion size is actually 50 grams, which means that small pack of 100 grams of something is actually 2 portions. It has to be consumed in 2 different with 2 different meals, or by 2 people at the same time. So there's a lot of confusion on the labelings as well. So it's really confusing. And if you're not into it, if you're not checking it, as I said, I've done so many different diets, counting calories to counting portions and grams and intermittent fasting. So I have also read the labels. At some point I was reading so much labels. Yeah, peer pressure. So even if if you have a healthy diet and you're following that, when you go out, most of the diets, they're so strict and they eliminate so much stuff that when you're with your friends, you kind of feel this pressure. Oh, that's ice cream is kind of not in my diet, I can't have it. So instead of actually going for this crazy food elimination diets and stuff, it's easier to manage your portions and have a smaller ice cream than kind of completely not eat the ice cream. So yeah, peer pressure, eating out, you have to eat what's in your plate. Portions are sometimes crazy big, they're huge, they're serving you, and you think, oh my god, I'm getting so much value on the back of your mind, but actually you are not. Yeah. And also, as I showed you, time consuming and too much hustle, I'll show you that managing your portions is actually not time consuming and it is not too much hustle. So we're going to bash through these challenges. So what are the benefits of actually managing your portions? Well, first of all, as we said, body weight control, although not 100%. This is a very key point, and I want you to know that body weight control is not 100%. It is very much correlated to the food, and controlling your portions, you will have significant control over your body weight, but it's not 100%. Because your body weight will fluctuate depending on your lifestyle, activity levels, season, and other factors like having babies, stress, work, and all other stuff. However, I would say you will have a good control over your body weight. So if you're controlling your portions, you're less likely to have extra pounds and pounds than someone who is not controlling. So life will come along, you will have different things and challenges. At some periods you will have very lean and fit body. Sometimes you'll put a bit of weight. Well, I showed you my photo from last year. I was very lean and I was kind of feeling strong. Now, like after the lockdown, I have a couple of extra pounds on me, but it's not I'm still wearing the same jeans and I'm still wearing the same tops. Okay, so if that gets you the idea. So body weight fluctuates. It will go up and down depending on what you're doing and what is your lifestyle and what are you busy with, but you will have a good control. So I'm not really worried about kind of going overweight, because it won't happen because my portions are controlled. Also, people call it healthy diet. I call it a normal human diet. So it's not something, we just drifted away from our normal, natural, ways of eating. And because of the misconceptions, because of the profit-driven organizations, we just drifted away. So this is not something that is healthy, is trendy. We need to go back into it. This is our normal human diet. We just need to kind of remember who we are and what is our diet. Yeah. Also, having this balanced lifestyle and diet, I think the greatest benefit is mitigating heart disease and other body dysfunctions like, I don't know, IBS, acne, all this stuff that comes with unhealthy diet and unhealthy foods, and everything is contributing, blood pressure, stress levels, tiredness, constant tiredness, insomnia. These are all body dysfunctions, and most of if not all of them, are highly correlated with obesity, with extra body weight, and unhealthy diet. So I think this is the greatest benefit. So I hope that at this point you kind of have enough background and you understand why is it a problem, and what are the benefits of making these changes in your lifestyle. So I think we're ready to talk about the actual management and how you do it. So as I said in the beginning, these principles are the basis of all diets that are out there. So we'll start with some basic ideas to give you some background, and then everything will kind of fall into pieces, and it will make all sense. Yeah. So the main body types, if you go to any biology study book, any book, and you go and check and you just Google body types, this is what we will end up with. Yeah. Ectomorph, mesomorph, and endomorph. Okay. So these are three general. As I said, I kind of stopped believing in the education system, especially when it comes to bodies, health, and lifestyle. So yeah, so I kind of stick to this as a basic understanding. So ectomorphs are skinny people, normally very slim and tall. These are the people who have such fast metabolism that they can eat anything, anytime, any size, any portions, and they will still be slim. These are your skinny friends who have no problems eating whatever. Mesomorph are majority of the people, medium build, a bit masculine, if or muscly. Sorry, not masculine, muscly if they train, if they're active. If no, it's like a kind of a balanced muscle and body composition. And then we have the endomorph. These are people who are slightly bigger, and they tend to store a bit more fat. So the main thing I want you to understand here, looking at this picture, is that this is not just their bodies, but there is a key here is metabolism. I mentioned this. So the key here is that ectomorphs have higher metabolism, faster metabolism. Mesomorphs have medium, or like, let's say, okay, balanced metabolism, and endomorphs have slower metabolism. So that's the key idea I want you to get from this one. But obviously, it's not black and white, and life is not black and white. And I really love this representation from Precision Nutrition. It's a spectrum. It's a spectrum, like the rainbow colors. It's not black and white. It's not just 7 colors on a rainbow. Yeah, you get all the mixes and all these transitions in between. And yeah, so I really like this representation, and also what it conveys, that there is no like 3 types. It is just an idea, an indication. So if you can relate to any of these body types, then you kind of know what is your metabolism like. Yeah. And then if you have a look, and also look at this, different types of athletes, as you can see, like athletes are considered, healthy, fit, strong, but they have different types of bodies. So depending on your activity, your lifestyle, the sport you're choosing, you will have a different type of body. So that will affect your metabolism. Yeah. So it's not set in stone, so you can't just kind of say, oh, I'm an ectomorph, I'm a skinny person, and that's it. I will never be able to put on muscle weight, or I don't know, build some muscle, or build some weight. That's not true. Or if you're an endomorph, it doesn't mean that you can't really build muscle and become more mesomorphic and be lean and beautiful. So these are all kind of misconceptions again. So it's a spectrum. It's a spectrum. So you can move up and down this spectrum, but you just kind of need to know the basic understanding of metabolism, how fast it is, and how to work with it. And also the key point here is that your lifestyle, it's a two-way road. Yeah. So your lifestyle affects your body type, and then your body type is affecting your lifestyle. You may have preferences for certain activities. So if you want to change any of that, you need to you can't kind of change your body type, but you can significantly affect your metabolism, which will then lead to changing your body type. Yeah, hopefully this makes sense. And any diet that you see out there, actually most of the time they're doing like weight loss diets, and they're kind of based on an endomorph body type. So knowing that people's metabolism is very slow, so the diets are constructed in a way that they kind of speed up your metabolism. It kind of kicks in, and you start burning the fat. Yeah. And also, as I said, I've done calorie counting as well, and I know how it works. If you're in energy deficit, definitely you will lose fat, but not necessarily. After a certain period of time, you hit a plateau, and you need to come up with different ways of actually triggering your metabolism to burn the fats. Yeah. So again, these are the basics. This is the baseline for all the diets out there. And the only thing, I would say that there is no one way fits all. You need to mix and match. You need to try different things. Okay, so hopefully this kind of gives you an idea, because we're going to use this idea of metabolism and a body type for the portion management as well. So let's dive into the 3 easy strategies. As I said, I've tried and mixed and matched so many different ways of measuring food and dieting and doing the stuff, and these are my favorite ones that I kind of use until now, and they're really handy. Yeah, so it's really easy to make them a habit. The first one I call hands-on management. I'm not sure if it has a name out there, but measuring your servings using your hand. Yeah, so yeah, you just kind of, instead of using any scales, and you'll see there are no scales in my strategies, because it just kind of, I don't like complicating life. Yeah. Yeah, it's all kind of sticking to something easy and practical, something that you can implement straight away into your diet. And yeah, you can just do it. You know, there's no overcomplication, no overthinking. You just do it. Good. So we're using a palm for protein, as you can see from the first one. So a palm size, you know, it's kind of one serving. Yeah, a serving of protein is like one palm. A serving of vegetables is one fist. Yeah. So if you imagine a potato, let's say, yeah, it will be there. Or if you have a salad, like, you know, if you put a scoop of salad, it kind of measures the size of your fist. Excuse me. Or a serving of carbs. Here we're talking about things like grains, I don't know, rice, quinoa, and other, you know, high calorie, high in carbs foods that you need to bring into your diet. Yeah, so 1 cupped hand. And a serving of fat is a thumb's, you know, size. So like, imagine a piece of butter or a couple of almonds. Actually, I have a couple of photos later in the slide, so you will see how you kind of so it's good for visualization, how you make how you use your hand for the sizes. And just in case you're visual and it is easier for you to visualize this way. Yeah, so different colors just to remember. So yeah, these are the portions and servings. Yeah, as you can see. And the key idea here I would like you to take away is you need to monitor and adjust your diet as you work through this. Yeah, so it says adjust portions up or down according to how frequently you eat, how much you need, how active you are, what results you want, what is your appetite, and what makes you feel satisfied with your food. Yeah, and yeah, how frequently you know, you eat, whether you snack, you just stick to main meals. Yeah. The key here, and throughout everything that you see and any diet you try, if it is a one advice I can give you, and one thing you can do for yourself for the rest of your life, is to always monitor and adjust. Okay, as I said, your body weight will fluctuate depending on your lifestyle, what are you busy with, life gets on the way. It's, you know, you don't really have to anyone who knows me and has been working with me on nutrition and diet and a wellness lifestyle, they know I keep saying you don't have to cancel your life to have a healthy and beautiful body. That's what I keep saying. So yeah, and how you do that, you constantly monitor and adjust what you're eating, when you're eating, how much you're eating, and you just need to monitor and be flexible with it. Yeah. Okay, so in terms of how much protein, vegetables, and carbs you eat, we will get to this in a couple of slides, and it is linked to your body type and your baseline metabolism. Yeah. Okay, so let's move on. This is strategy number 1, using a hand and measuring. Strategy number 2 is using your plate. Yeah, managing your plate. So this is what I call manage your plate. So if you can see, again, I love all these infographics and depictions with precision nutrition. I'm not a nutritionist. I want to people be clear about that. I'm not a nutritionist. I've done a short course with precision nutrition just to have a good understanding and basic understanding of nutrition. Obviously, if you have any health issues, if you have any you know, specific requirements, dietary requirements, it is very recommended that you consult with a nutritionist. But I'm someone who is sharing her experience. I have tried some of these, you know, amazing strategies. I'm still using them, and I can assure you that they're effective. And I have also had a group of people that I coached who actually reported the same results. So, you know, it's not just me doing it, not just me saying that, but there's also, you know, a group of people, different body types, different lifestyles, who actually followed my advice and took these strategies on board, and all of them reported, you know, changes, and they could feel that there is more vitality, more energy in their bodies, and they feel much better, you know, they feel lighter, and it feels good, and it's really easy. Some of my clients, actually, so one of my clients, she came back from a wedding party, and she said, like, you know, it was the first time ever in my life I didn't feel like stuffing myself, and I could eat whatever I wanted. I didn't feel like I'm left out. I didn't feel like I have to eliminate anything. And she said it was so much easier for me to choose what I want to eat, and I just had enough, and I didn't feel like I'm stuffing myself. And that came from a client who worked with me for 12 weeks. So yeah, so these are all tested and good stuff. So let's come back to manage your plate. So yeah, precision nutrition. I love these pictures of the anytime meal kind of plate, and you can see if you don't want to use your hand, so you can kind of look at it from, you know, judge by your plate. Yeah, so 1/4 of your plate is your protein. Yeah, here. 1/8 of your plate is fats. Yeah, and the rest you can fill up with vegetables and you know, vegetables unlimited, and some fruits, not sugary fruits. But if you want to have fruits, then you know, you need to be mindful of the fruits. I'm actually doing another webinar in a couple of weeks time on meal planning, where I actually talk about different types of foods and how you incorporate them into your diet. But so yeah, so this is your vegetables. So actually even bodybuilders, they eat vegetables kind of unlimited. So if you want to fill up your stomach, and if you want to feel you know, full, salad is the best thing that you can do. So this kind of gives you an idea of how to manage your plate. And why I love this, you know, these pictures here, is kind of the connection between the hand size portions and managing your plate. So you can see what does it look like in terms of the sizes on the plate. So, you know, whichever way you go, you either measure by your hand and put them on your plate, and it doesn't matter, you know, because it can be a bit tricky as well, depending on how large your plate is. But let's say a standard dinner plate, you know, yeah, you kind of judge by your plate. And also, as I say, the biggest advice, if you take away only one advice, take away the advice of actually, you know, being flexible and adjusting and monitoring. Maybe you will find it easier managing your plate first, and then actually correlating it with your hand measurements. That's you know, that's absolutely fine. I'm not saying one is easier or the other. Depending on your preferences, you can start with whichever. Yeah, that's the second strategy. So very easy. You just know that your anytime plate, whether it is breakfast, lunch, or dinner, you have to have your proteins, you have to have your carbs, your veggies, and your fats on your plate. Okay, and whether you measure by your hand or you just kind of measure by your plate, absolutely fine. Just start somewhere, you know, just start somewhere. Don't overthink it. And the last strategy is called eating in bricks. And the idea is coming from the bodybuilding and from this lovely lady called Christmas Abbott. And I followed her diet a couple of years ago. It's amazing. In 3 weeks time, I lost a dress size, which is good. But I would say this one is a bit complicated. So once you've done the plate and the hand size management, maybe then you can move on to this one and try this. But if you've tried some, you know, different diets and you're kind of good with measuring your food, this may be good for you as well, because actually it kind of, from the first point, you know, when you first look at it, it kind of feels like, oh my God, too many numbers, but then it clicks in and it's quite easy to understand. So what the principle is, you eat in bricks. Yeah, so 1 brick of food, you need to get 7 grams of protein, 5 grams of carbs, and 4.5 grams of fat with every brick. And then it kind of, you know, as you can see, again, same idea, protein, carbs, and fat, same as here, same as here. As you can see, there's a thread going through all of these different management strategies, as you can see. And that's why I say these are the principles or the strategies under, you know, every single diet that you see in the market. So yeah, so if you're having a main meal, then your main meal is made up of 2 to 4 bricks, depending on your body size and your goals, whether you want to gain muscles, put weight on, or you want to lose weight. So then you know, like, how much protein, carbs, and fats you're consuming per meal. And if you're snacking, it is 1, 2 bricks. Again, when it comes to snacks, no one say, you know, you have to cancel snacks. You can still have the snacks, but you're just a bit mindful of how much you're consuming per snack. Yeah. And for those of you who kind of are fond of this brick management, and you would like to do a bit of maths, and you're kind of very analytical, and you like, you know, this kind of, you have very precise calculations and strategies, head on to bodybuilding website as well, bodybuilding.com. They have a lot of guidelines and resources there. And if you click on the link here, it says the online calculator, it will take you straight away to the page where you can put all your details in, your body weight, you know, your height, your activity levels, and it will calculate for you based on these principles how much protein, carbs, and fats you need to consume. Again, I would like to draw your attention on that. Protein, carbs, and fats. Your balanced diet has all three, so you can't eliminate. Unfortunately, you know, a lot of diets where we're seeing, you know, it's either there is no protein, it's all carbs, or you know, protein and fats. But most of the time you see those big plates with loads of chips on it, it's a lot of carbs. Yeah, carbs that's not necessary for your body. So yeah, so head you know, to bodybuilding website if you'd like to you know, go and check the calculator and see what's in there if you're quite hands-on. Okay, so 3 strategies. So you're managing your portions by your hand, by your plate, or doing a bit of maths if you're a bit advanced, and you, or if you prefer, like, you know, very precise calculations, and if you're up for it. And yeah, so there's 3 strategies, and what I want to highlight to you, how this all links back to 3 different body types and metabolism. Yeah, so again, remember, these are basic body types and general guidelines, but it is a spectrum, and I would like you to keep that in mind. And it is a spectrum. You need to know where you are on that spectrum and what is good for you based on your goals, your activity level, your lifestyle, and what you want to achieve at this time. Yeah, so I have male and female you know, guidelines for different body types. So if you want to take a screenshot, you know, take a screenshot of this and then look through. Basically what this means, like, if you have an ectomorph body type, yeah, you're still consuming protein, veggies, and carbs and fats. Yeah, and depending on you know, male or female, you have to calculate your portions. Yeah, so 2 portions of protein means 2 palm size. Yeah, if we're going with the hand, if that makes sense. So 2 portions, if you're doing a plate sizes, then half of your plate will be protein, if that's you know, making sense to you. So yeah, so 2 portions. If veggies and carbs, so if you have 2 portions of veggies, that means fist size of veggies, and 3 handfuls of carbs, then you can have, you know, rice on the side or potatoes on the side. Yeah, and you have to consume 1 portion of fat, so the thumb size of the fat. I hope this kind of gives you an idea. And if you're, let's go with the female. Let's say if you're an endomorph female, it means you're consuming 1 portion of protein, 1 palm size protein. You're consuming 1 palm or 1 fist veggies, and 0.5 portion, which is half of your handful carbs. So just half of your handful rice, for example, and you're consuming 2 portions of fat, so 2 thumb size fats. Yeah, good. So these are the baseline. So if you want to take a screenshot of it, take a screenshot, and if you need to rewatch and re-listen to it, you can do that too. Yeah, good. So these are like baseline, and as I said, you know, you need to decide where you are on that spectrum and what you want to achieve, and then manage your diet based on these principles. And as you can see, that these numbers are just indications of the hand size or the plate management. So I kind of linked all of this together, so you kind of can manage based on your body type and your metabolism. You can manage it. Good. Now, all of this kind of seems like, oh my God, now I need to measure all of this stuff and make it part of my lifestyle. Yes, how to make it a habit. Okay, so here we're going to be, I'm going to be totally honest. In the beginning, it's going to feel like it's a bit of an effort, okay? But once you've done it for 3-5 days or a week, it becomes a second nature. Like at the moment, I don't think about it. Okay, so as I said in the beginning, I'm going to show you real stuff photos. As you can see, these are my plates, my dinner, my breakfast, my lunch plates. These are my meals and my snacks. Yeah, so as you can see, it's like different types of foods, but I think it's kind of very vivid, and I want you to kind of notice that there is protein. This is fish in here, patty in here, chicken in here. You can see prawns in here. I have salmon in here. This is like egg omelette with beans, and another patty in here. So as you can see, there is protein. There's a slices, deli slices here. I have some sausages and eggs in here, eggs in here, eggs in here. As you can see, every single plate has protein. Every single plate has veggies. Yeah. Apart from this one, because this one is the tomato soup, my veggies are in the soup. But the protein is on the side, as you can see. And every meal has fats, olives, sour cream. So I love sour cream. I love sour cream. I love, hummus for the fats. I love avocado paste for the fats. I put butter in my soup. I use fatty fish like salmon. So you see hummus here. I actually forgot to take a picture. I ate a bit of it. So yeah, so if you can see, every plate has this. So after you've done it for a week or 10 days, it's going to become like second nature. At the moment, if you can ask my family members, I don't even think about it. I just know how much protein, fat and carbs are going onto each plate. And this is bringing me to the first thing, the second point of making it into a habit. It's not just your plate, yeah. It is every single plate in your household. Yeah, so everyone gets the same. And one of the principles that, again, is like a healthy tip that you will come across in a lot of resources, is saying that serve in individual plates and give everyone whatever they need to eat. So you can see, in my household, I have 5 people in my household, kids and adults, everyone gets the same plate. Obviously sizes are different because they need different portions, but the idea is the same. Everyone gets their carbs, their veggies, and their fish, or their protein. So make it for the whole of the family. If you have a large family, also that creates that support group around you, so you don't feel like you're left out. You're not dieting. This is not dieting, this is portion management. So you can eat anything you want, just know where does it go. So that's why, if you're not quite sure what is a protein, what is a carb, what is a fat, I'm doing another webinar a couple of weeks later on meal planning, so you can join that one and register that one. Below this video there will be the link. So join that one and you can learn how to classify your food, but you were not eliminating any food. So we're just doing that. Yeah, good. Next idea, how to make it a habit: cook in bulk. Yeah, so when I buy a big pack of fish or a big pack of vegetables, again, as I said, eating healthy and having a balanced diet is not expensive. Actually, you can buy large packs which are way cheaper, and you get better value of large packs of vegetables and fish and all the stuff that you love, and then you can cook them in bulk. Yeah, cook them in bulk, and then you can store them in the containers, or you can just freeze them after cooking, because especially with vegetables, I don't really encourage people to freeze vegetables like this, because some of them, once defrosted, they don't taste the same and they become very watery. So you don't want to do that. So it's much better to cook them and then store them, rather than store them, or freeze them just like that. So if you're doing bulk cooking, your fridge will be looking something like this. Yeah, different options. And then if you're single and you don't have a big household, and cooking in bulk, you're thinking, oh no, that's not a good idea, I'm going to throw everything away. No, you're not throwing anything away. So different principles. I have all these pictures probably look the same to you, but they're not the same to myself, to me. So you have one idea is that for each day you can have a different meal, and you can alternate. Yeah, and just in case you haven't noticed, you can alternate. So if you're doing a bulk cooking, so you don't get bored of your food, you can alternate. So on Monday you're having this for lunch, on Tuesday you have this for lunch, and then on Wednesday it's the same on Monday, but you kind of had a gap and you had something else, and so on. So you can decide. Or you can have something for the same way. It can be lunch, breakfast, dinner, and then you can have different things. Yeah, and then you can swap over and play around with them. If you're an athlete, if you're an extremely busy person and you don't mind having the same meal, you can do this. Yeah. If you are if you're like me, I don't like I sometimes do this if I'm quite busy and I'm out and about quite a lot and I just need to grab my lunchbox and go. I do this too. Most of the time my fridge looks like this, so I cook bulk protein, let's say a pack of chicken, and then I will put it in a container. That's protein going in one container, big container in the fridge. So then I will have washed and chopped salad without any salt or any salad dressings, because otherwise it becomes very watery and becomes not tasty. So you just wash them, chop them, ready to be consumed. You put carbs and veggies. Yeah. So your fridge may look a lot like this. My fridge looks most of the time like this. So everything is kind of chopped, prepared, washed, and is in the fridge. So then it gives you the flexibility of mixing and matching. So if one day you fancy the chicken, you take the chicken. If you have like boiled eggs for the snacks, you can kind of grab a boiled egg for a snack, or a slice of chicken. So it kind of gives you a lot of flexibility, and then you can kind of mix and match and on the go. Or you can have same carbs, bulk cook the carbs, and then you can just prepare your protein, yeah, different protein. And if you have like 5-6 family members, this will be gone, and you'll save so much time on cooking and storing. Yeah, hopefully this is kind of, again, you need to try and mix and match. As I said, be flexible, try different things and see what's working best with your lifestyle and your family arrangements. Another tip and idea is eating 3 meals and 3 snacks. Okay, so if you're bulk cooking and if you're thinking of, oh my god, how I'm going to manage all of this food, actually with portion management, another thing is knowing that you have 3 meals and 3 snacks coming up, then you kind of was like, yeah, portion management makes sense because I have so many meals and so much food. So instead of consuming all of the meal in one go, you spread them, and that also gives you the opportunity of storing them, in your fridge, whichever way you want to do it. So as you can see, again, real life pictures is me, 3 meals of the day. Yeah. 3 different things: breakfast, lunch, dinner. You consume whatever you want, and then in between the main meals you also get the snacks. Yeah, curds with some bananas and nuts. This is a rye crisp bread with avocado paste and the boiled egg. And then some fruit salad, which I made. This one is not a portion. These ones are portions. I just want to be clear on this one. I made this for the whole family, and then we kind of spread it into portions. So yeah, different things to try and different ways to go about it. But hopefully the idea of spreading your big portions and having 3 meals and 3 snacks gives you a good understanding. It gives you a good kind of opportunity, and it kind of calms you down. Like, okay, I'm not going to be hungry. If I'm managing my portion sizes, I'm not going to be hungry. Yeah, no, you are not going to be hungry. You're going to be absolutely fine. Yeah. Okay, cool. And also, before I finish off, just kind of a couple of seconds before I finish, I want you to kind of pay attention into the portion sizes. As you can see, my plates, I love, large plates. I love nice tableware, if you've noticed in the pictures. And as you can see, most of my food is arranged in the middle. So I have a lot of space available in my plate. So if you're doing a plate management and you have large tableware, just be aware of that and kind of visualize what is a standard small dinner plate is probably this size. Yeah. So when you're looking at the plate management strategy, so it's not about this large plate. As you can see, it's like you can draw a circle around my food, and there you go. You'll have a small plate. Yeah. Every photo I showed you, there is space in my plate. With the snacks, especially, there's always like space. I just love big tableware. I think it looks pretty and kind of satisfying, aesthetically. So yeah, if you're like me, then yeah, you just kind of make a note of that and make sure that you're looking at the middle of your plate. Good. Guys, I know it's been a lot of information. There is a link below this video. You can download a handout. You can download this presentation and make some notes and work through it and look through that. There are also links below this video where you can sign up and enroll for the upcoming webinars. I'm doing meal planning on the 1st of August. So if you think like, oh my God, I'm going to, classify, I don't know whether this is carb, this is, fat, or this is protein, how do I manage it? If you'd like a lot more on how to plan your meals throughout the day, then register. It's a link in here. If you click on it, it will take you to the registration page and you can register for this one. And I will talk you through the meal planning. And if you'd like to also, incorporate more activity and you have a sedentary lifestyle, join me next Saturday, 25th of July. Yeah. Again, you can just click in here and yeah, you will end up on my webinar, on a registration page for the webinar for the sedentary lifestyle and how to cope with it and how to get more activity and burn calories without any extra exercise. Great stuff, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video and participating in this webinar. Thank you. Hopefully you got a lot of good stuff out of this. And yeah, if you like this video, if there was anything useful for you and you took at least one thing from this video, please like it at the bottom and subscribe to my channel, where I will be sharing a lot more tips and tricks and ideas and a lot of stuff on how to have a healthy and wellness lifestyle, as I call it. It's all about holistic health and wellness. This was Guyan talking about today easy portion management. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you on my next webinar. Thank you. Bye.